Welcome to another episode of the Overgrown Third Graders Podcast. It is myself, T3 Collects, here today with you on this fine day. This is pre-recorded, just so you know. We had to shift things back a little bit because of my job taking up some time on Tuesday, so I wasn't sure I'd be able to make them on Tuesday, so that's why this is happening. Today's guest... I've had the pleasure of talking to him through Instagram. We've done a YouTube thing on his live, I want to say like a month ago. But yeah, I mean, he's a great dude. I've been watching his content for a little while. I'm excited to talk to him today about a couple topics we're going to have. So topic number one is going to be the future of DC Studios as it is officially being called. Under the David Zaslav Warner Brothers Discovery merger. And topic number two is going to be surrounded about collectibles and is the downswing, or is it going to be a downswing? So is collectibles, as you see, more and more are becoming more abundant on Target shelves and Walmart's for the most part. Are we going to see a dip in decline in collectibles? Or collecting, I should say. So those are the questions we're going to ask today. So my other two cohorts or co-hosts, Savrik Soda is at a wedding currently, so he's going to try to dip in for a little bit. And then BC Radio, he's a little busy right now, so he may be dipping in as well. I told him they don't have to, but hey, this is part of our thing. So yes, today's guest, Raphael Cejaman. I hope I have that right. Hope I said that right. All right, sweet. So I'm going to bring him in when they get into getting to know this gentleman, if you don't already know him already. So I'm going to welcome him in. Hello.
What's going on? How's it going?
It's going.
Are we live or is this pre-recorded or what is this?
We're pre-recording.
Okay. Because I saw the live there and I'm like, wait a minute, are we live or?
Yeah, it's live for us.
Yeah. I had to switch. So it's funny because you said you were running late. I was all set up in the kitchen, and then my wife just got home with her mom, and there was a lot of noise. So I was like, I got to run to the bedroom. So I had to change locations really quick.
Yeah, I feel like every time we do these podcasts, like there's always some technical difficulty we run into. And I was like logging in, and it's all, we're gonna update your computer. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Not much. It's just a little warm up here in Northern California. There's been like 3 fires in the last week. So a little smoky, a little warm. How's it going with you?
Good. I just got back from hunting, literally probably 20 minutes ago.
Nice.
Because my buddy was like, dude, this Walmart has the Flash figure, the DC Superpowers. Raced over there, and they had everything. Everything other than the gold label Flash, which is what I'm picking up after this. Like
you said tonight,
yeah. But I have everything right here, so collecting is not dying.
I hope not. We'll get into that.
For sure. No, I was up and down all day today, so and then that I got lucky, dude. You know how it feels when you find figures that you're looking for, and then you see more stuff, and you get all giddy.
Right.
So that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, I feel like I turned back into when I was 8 years old and seeing the mass peg full of everything you could think of. You're like, holy moly, what do I want? I want it all. Yeah. Dude, I know you were showing me those you were DMing me those pictures. I'm like, damn, I wish I lived in SoCal now.
Well, it's crazy because I literally posted not the announcement that people were finding them an hour before I actually found them. So that was intense. That was I literally did that, posted them that they're out. I did a video on it too. And then I want to say maybe an hour and a half later, I went to the store and then I found them. That's crazy, dude. I found them before the scalpers found them, basically. So
that's crazy. That never happens. Literally, to see something, even a day before, and then to go into a store and then find them. That's unheard of.
there was two Shazams there, the gold label, and then you can tell that the DC superpowers were not untouched. So they had the full second wave, not the first wave, the second wave. I don't even know if that Walmart ever got the first wave, but I'm sure by the end of the day they're gone. I'm sure they're going to be gone because a lot of people are having trouble finding the DC superpowers figures. So you're having trouble finding them too, aren't you?
Yeah. So my Walmart got Darkseid first, and that's the only one that had like. So I go before my job. I was going, in the morning. I'm trying to think, like 8 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock at night. So I was going like 5 times a day. Darkseid was the only one I found. That's the only one that have. They don't even have that shipper that I've been seeing everywhere. I haven't seen that. There's another Walmart that's like 20 minutes away. I go to that one too a lot. They don't have one superpowers. They haven't had any. Yeah. So crazy.
But I don't know how accurate BrickSeek is because I was when I got the DPCIs for these and I was looking at them on BrickSeek. It didn't even show these on there.
Yeah.
At the Walmart I was at. So I don't know how accurate that is. You know what I missed? I think that was pretty accurate I think it was called Funko Pop Finder or Pop Finder.
Oh yeah, Pop Finder. Yeah.
They closed that, right? And or it's not the same. They updated it or something. It's not.
They updated it with like Target. You have to use the TCIN number to
that's
find anything now.
I don't mess with that. So I'm just hunting again. You know, I mean, I always did hunting, but Pop Finder did help me find a lot of Target stuff. But now I'm just going out and trying to find what I can find.
That's right, dude. It's called get in the car, just go to the store, and hopefully whatever you find is there that you want. And if not, move on.
The chases though on those Star Wars squadrons.
I know, dude. I'm like, dude, another one?
That's crazy. But you know what though? I ended up picking up that TIE fighter because the first one I picked up, the top of the card was splitting in half. Oh, so dude. I think I don't know if I'm going to either return that one and then just grab this one, or if I'm just going to open that one and then keep, because I want to keep all the chases on cards. That's my goal. Sense. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's a clean card, and I've seen a lot of these come really damaged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least down here. I don't know.
I know I was telling you earlier that they've literally had the same ones at our Target. I mean, our Walmart just started getting, but they've only had 2. So our Targets had the same ones. They have the little blind boxes. Yeah. Bought 2, and I'm glad I bought 2 because that thing like disappeared. Like literally everyone bought them. Yeah.
And I didn't get any, and I'm like kicking myself again for the second time.
Damn, dude. That's like, dude, you got to get them.
Because when I got the Secret of the Use sets at that Walmart that morning, they had a full box untouched. And I was like debating on getting them, but I was like, you know what? I'm already getting too much stuff. So I passed on them, and then I passed on them again today, which is good because I got more stuff.
True.
So there's not, I didn't really care for the characters that are in there from what I saw. So I don't know, what other chases are there? Like, who are the chases?
Well, I know Cobb Vance won because I ended up getting that, and I was like shocked. I'm trying to remember there's a stormtrooper. I think Goff is in it. There's a chase. I can't think of the other 2, but I know Cobb and Goff am I saying that right? Moff Gideon. My gosh.
Yeah.
So he's a chase. Stormtrooper's a chase, and then there's 2 more, I think, maybe 3 more, but I don't remember because it doesn't show them. It just shows a silhouette of them.
Now, is this just supposed to be Mandalorian or a Book of Boba Fett?
That's what it seems like. I think maybe Series 1 is just that, maybe.
Do you remember the Micro Machine ones in the 90s?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Dude, I have tons of those. I have tons in the play sets, too. So that's why I was really hyped when these got announced.
And say they just brought Micro Machines back out again this year, right? Yeah, this year, because that's for some.
I think I think it might have been last year or the year before, because I feel like I've been seeing them for a while on the peg.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to the car section or diecast because I don't collect it, but my cousin does, so it always has me look for them.
Yeah.
But I've been starting to pay more attention because my son collects Hot Wheels now. So I'm just like like a madman running through Target and Walmart, like trying to find everything, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Dude, let me ask you, when you know there's a figure at a Target, are you like power walking in there, like really fast to grab what you're gonna get? Like, you know that's in there?
No, dude.
Casually walking in there?
I just casually walk in. And
I'm like running. Like sometimes I feel like I'm like pushing people down, man, to get it. That's what I was doing today when he told me there was one DC Superpowers Flash there. I was like rushing in there, and I went with my wife's oldest, and I left him like behind. He was like behind me, and I'm like rushing through, and then that's how I get, dude. I feel like a freaking kid.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's the collector in me too.
Yeah, there's when I used to go in the early morning for my son for like the special Target Funko releases, and there'd be the Hot Wheel collectors and then the action figure or Star Wars collectors out there. They open the doors and those dudes are literally like running, and I'm like, my gosh, I just can't do that. It's just like if I get whatever's there, I get it. If I don't, I don't. If I don't get it then, I'll get it eventually.
For the Hot Wheel collectors, right?
Oh God, dude, they're the worst.
Yeah, I've never had issues with them, but one of my old coworkers who used to go hunting with me on my lunch, he would tell me stories about, he'd go, because he's a Hot Wheel collector. He loves cars, and he would say like the horror, like the horror stories of what those guys do to the pallets, and and he told me this. I don't know how true this is. I mean, you're not a big Hot Wheel collector, so I don't know if you know, but he would tell me that because we would go to lunch at Walmart's, and he would show me this box.
Hello.
Hey. This is Jay.
Yo, what's up, man? So, you know what? This is like the worst time for you to come on the podcast because I'm actually at a wedding. It's almost over.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, I wish I could sit down with you guys and shoot the shit. I've been wanting to talk to you, Raph, for so long, man. You're like a huge inspiration to me, man.
Appreciate that, dude.
Just want to say that. What's up, Carlos?
What's up?
We just got off the dance floor. The wedding's wrapping. But,
nice.
Yeah, man, I'm going to see if I can get somewhere where it's a little bit quieter real quick.
Sure.
Let me see if I can steal away real quick.
A wedding? That's awesome, man.
See if I can get out these doors.
Yeah, dude, we're committed apparently.
All right, it's better. I'm outside. Let me see if I can get
committed.
Man, if I did that, my wife would kill me.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh shit. We just got done like dancing for like the last hour. I'm like super sweaty.
Yeah.
Oh. So what are you guys talking about? What's going on?
So far it's about toy hunting, basically.
Got you. Yeah, do you guys see that new wave 2 of the Superpowers figures?
Oh, hold on, don't say nothing.
Okay. I'm jumping the shark. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh man.
I was telling him that I just came back from. Whoa, what happened? Whoa, was that me? You? Or what happened? Okay. Yeah.
My hearing is a little shot.
I just came back from picking up the whole wave.
Wow. From one store? Did you have to hit up multiple stores?
I think it froze again. StreamYard. Come on, buddies.
There we go.
There we go. It's froze.
Sorry about that technical delay. Did you have to hit up multiple stores?
No, just one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just left. I'm in Connecticut right now, and I just left a Walmart and a GameStop today.
Anything good?
Honestly, I will say this much: the stores are a lot cleaner here. But the only thing I saw that was exceptional is I saw like half the wave of like the Transformers Red figures.
Okay.
I saw those. No Joes, just old wave, like wave 1 classified and movie figures. Typical McFarlane stuff, nothing crazy there, but I did end up picked up the NECA, a couple of NECA Kane. I picked up Kane, and then I picked up Flint from GameStop for like $15 because they had the 20% off sale.
Oh, that's right.
NECA Kane?
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much all I was able to check out today because I was on someone else's time and using someone else's car. So I couldn't really go crazy today, but I wanted to, believe me.
That's cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The hunt never dies.
Yeah, no, never.
It never goes away. There's always something right on the horizon, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was talking about like, do you power walk through the stores knowing something's there, or do you just casually walk to the actual aisle?
Exactly. You gotta like psych yourself out. It's like a piece of cheesecake, right? You know, you got the graham cracker crust. So instead of going directly to that aisle, you know, you kind of mosey around. You don't quite look at the aisle. You know, you go around multiple times. We all have our techniques, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works harder here because we have way too many scalpers here. You got to go straight for what you're looking for because there's just way too many flippers here. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because we have Frank and Sons not too far from here, and a lot of the resellers live in this area or hunt in this area.
Yeah, I've seen your videos. I can't wait to get out to the West Coast and just go crazy. I'm gonna try to maybe get up there sometime soon. You know, because I mean, you guys the West Coast is the best coast, man. Let me tell you, the Midwest is horrible. I mean, in the big cities, like the scalpers reign supreme, man. Like they get everything before you even have a chance. Like it's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's just like literally, if you leave an aisle and come back, the stuff won't be there. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I believe it.
Yeah, I feel like that's like that here too.
I think it's like that everywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I've made mistakes by literally having a pile, leaving it, walking around the corner to go grab something else, and then it's all gone. I'm like, oh shit.
I'd be so pissed. If that happened to me.
Oh man, yeah.
I keep it with me, man. I just also like have my hands full and just record like that. Like I'll just keep stuff like all in my hands.
Yeah. At Target, I've been getting smarter by grabbing that little
basket.
Not the basket, because I'm just like, okay, I gotta quit making that mistake. That's where it's happened is Target. Walmart, I mean, you have to have a freaking cart.
Hey Carlos, I'm sorry, man. I hate to jump in and out, but I'm about to hop on this party bus. We're about to head back to the hotel.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll try to see if I can hop back home when I get back to the hotel. But if I don't, like Raph, man, it was great meeting you, man. I'd love to sit down and chat with you when I have more time. Carlos, I'll catch you later, sir.
All right, brother.
See you guys later.
Later, man. What were you saying about the cart?
I just like Walmart, they don't have those baskets like they used to have them. They don't have them anymore. It's just straight carts. So I just don't want to roll around with their broken carts half the time.
Yeah.
With, you know, a bunch of freaking action figures or whatever. It just sucks. But yeah, Walmart, dude, I'm just like, I have everything in my hand, and then it's just like the same thing you're doing, like recording, and everyone just looking at me. I'm like, whatever, leave me the fuck alone.
You know, when I first started, I remember my first time doing a toy hunting video, and I was so embarrassed, man. Like I put the camera up and then start talking, and then when someone was walking, I put it back down or like turn it off. But now it's like I don't care anymore, dude. Like I'll just start talking next to somebody. I like right now, this is my Sony camera that I'm using. I used to film with this. I tried to film with this toy hunting, but for one, the shakiness I do not know how to fix. It's a really good camera, but I've tried the stabilization. I've grabbed a gimbal type. It still has like shakiness effect or a problem with it. But the new iPhone, dude, records so well. So that's what I used to record.
Yeah.
What do you record with, phone too?
Yeah, I use my phone. I used to have a DJI, like I can't remember what it's called. Something 2. It was like a blogger like camera.
I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's cool. Like I used it for my prior job, and I was just using it for toy hunting to see how it'd be. And I don't know. I felt like it was cool, but the phone was just easier. I feel like for some reason. I don't know.
It is, and it's not like I'm trying to make anything cinematic. So it's not like I'm making a movie toy hunting. So I don't need it like all fancy. But like, and then before I updated my phone. The previous one I was using, which I think was the iPhone 11, that the mic on that wasn't that great. So I was gonna get have you seen the Rode Wireless Go?
Yeah.
I was gonna get one of those for to start doing toy hunting because it couldn't pick up my voice. Like it sounded really far away, and I use iMovie to edit, so I would just up the volume a bit. But once I upgraded the volume, I don't know if it's a better mic, but it solved that problem easily.
Yeah, with the iPhones, I mean, I don't own iPhones, but yeah, I'm a techie, so like I've learned the ins and outs of all these freaking devices. But like with the iPhone, from my experience, when they upgrade, um, like the new iOS, it'll mess with things. So your mic probably at first, when you first got it, was probably perfectly fine. And then over time, when they upgrade everything, it just deteriorates. Like
I've noticed that the quality with the phones.
Yeah, Apple's just known for that. Samsung's known for that. So they just force you to buy a new phone.
So what do you have?
I use a Google Pixel Pro 6.
Yeah, I knew somebody who used that, and they took pictures, and I saw the pictures on it, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, that thing looks so crisp. But
yeah.
I'm like stuck on Apple. Everything I own is like Apple, so now I'm like, I feel like I can't.
You feel like if you deviate a little bit, you'll feel guilty.
I just feel lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I mean, I worked at Verizon for a long time, so I got to test a lot of, Androids and iPhones. But yeah, the iPhone for me, like I get why people like it, but for me, because I'm more techie and I can do way more with an Android, that's why I stuck with it. And I've had Samsungs, and I just got sick of how crappy they became. And then when the Google came out with their phone, I've literally have the first Pixel all the way to this new one. The 7's coming out, so I'll get that one. But yeah, it is what it is with all this technology stuff, and then for the most part, but everyone has their preference of what they like. So
yeah,
I mean, I get shit on all the time because I have an Android. I'm like, I don't really care. Like, if you use an iPhone, cool. Like,
I don't care.
It's all the same stuff.
Like, who cares? Like, I don't know why people get mad if you don't have an iPhone. You know, like I don't like it's like I got my iPhone. I don't care if you don't have an iPhone. You know? I'm happy with my phone. If you're happy with your phone, I mean, why do you get mad at people for not having an iPhone?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is. I don't know. People get mad at everything for nowadays for everything.
Yeah.
Pray too. Or pray. Like pray. I mean.
Like pray. Now let's not go into that. No, I mean, we can.
It doesn't matter, dude. I don't care.
People are just they complain about everything. I mean, the biggest complaint like I get is like, oh, you don't have an iPhone? No. Well, you have an Android, huh? Well, yeah, because the iMessage, like the green and blue thing, and I'm like,
oh god,
are you really gonna get mad over that? Like, who cares? Like, you still text me. You don't need to know like when I'm, actually texting in the bubble show up. Like, so dumb. Yeah, the Google platform, they started doing that too with their messaging. If you have Android to Android, it's doing the same thing. Like, you can see little bubbles pop up.
Right.
I'm like, big whoop. Who cares? Shit. But yeah, pray, huh?
What can I say, man? I got a lot of backlash for not liking the movie.
You did.
I'm telling you, I got a lot of DMs. I got one the other day a guy telling me that I should do, or was it on YouTube? I don't remember. But he said I should do more reviews because we need more honest people out there telling it like it is of what they feel about a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I could have lied and been like, oh, it was greatest movie, better than Predator 1, better than Shawshank Redemption, better than Godfather. I could have said all that, but I personally didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie. And I had I gave you some of my reasons why.
Right, yeah.
And like I said, I know a lot of people don't like it because they think it's woke. I didn't think the movie was woke. I mean, like I said, there's been women in movies that are the lead character, like Sarah Connor, Ripley. That's not what upset me. What upset me was the fact that this girl, as small as she was, never could. If I remember correctly, she couldn't hunt for anything, right, other than rodents, right?
Right. So she kept trying and trying, and she couldn't do it, basically.
Yeah. And then her brother, I believe, was like the best hunter in the tribe, right? And then she goes out, whatever. I don't remember everything like altogether, but I remember she was going out. I don't know if she was looking for the predator or she was hunting. And then her brother and then the rest of the hunters in her tribe found her. she manages to beat up all of the other hunters in her tribe, and then they get killed easily by the predator. I don't even think they even put up a fight, right? There was no fight.
I don't remember them putting up a huge fight. No.
Yeah, and then there was the scene where they're in the tall grass, and they're running, or I think they're both running, right? One of the people in the tribe, and predator's like freaking flashing through. He slices one of the guys, and then she manages to outrun him, I think, right? If I remember correctly.
I think so. I don't remember.
It was just little things like that, like her learning the whole scorpion get over here with her axe, like she was like starting to do all these tricks. The fact that she beat up those hunters in her tribe like easily. The weapon thing was the big thing for me from the predator. How she killed him at the end. That was like the big one for me. Like she managed to she threw his biomask wherever, and it landed, or she placed it there where not the sand trap, what do you call it? I was gonna say puddle of mud.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Pull, whatever, you know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah. So driving nuts now.
But she, like, how does the predator not know that his weapons is linked to his biomass?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand. That part really threw me off. Like he's still aiming at her, knowing that it's not gonna hit her, that his targeting system's still connected. And he did it a few times before that. Mm-hmm. So it just didn't make any sense to me, like how that happened, like how he didn't know his own weapons. That's what really like kind of got me. And the fact that he couldn't kill her, but he killed that whole French army.
Oh yeah.
With their guns, and he couldn't even take on her and the bear, and he took that big bear.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it, man. I rewatched AVP too after that, and I still don't like those movies.
Yeah, I don't like those movies.
But I like the effects. Like I like how the predators look. I like how the aliens look. The predator I don't care for, but I like the practical effects. I still like predators. I like predators. But if I had to make a top 5 Predator movie, it'd be 1 Predator, 2 Predator 2, 3 Predators, and I would end it right there. I'd probably put Prey at number 4, yeah. and then if I had to pick a number 5, it'd be the first AVP.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, but I see that. Yeah.
I just had my problems with the movie. I don't know. And I know people, there was people telling me I had like no taste in movies. And I was like, whoa. Like I'm telling you, I love so many genres. I've seen so many movies growing up because of my family. Like I've like romantic comedies, indie movies, horror, drama, sci-fi, action, foreign movies. So it's just because I didn't like Prey, everyone got all mad at me, man.
I know it's the stupidest thing to get mad. Like I get it. Everyone has their opinion. Like you didn't like it. I liked it. I'm not gonna say I overly loved it. I thought it was a good movie, especially to watch at home and when there's absolutely nothing on right now. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, after you and I talked about it, and I rewatched it, and I started seeing a lot of things I missed, and I was just like, yeah, that's kind of like questionable.
Yeah,
her killing the predator, I thought like the whole like way she did it was cool, but yeah, it's like there's no explanation on the actual predator.
Yeah, nothing
at all. It just started and there he was.
What I was hoping for when I watched the trailer, because I went in this excited. Like me and my wife laid down. I was super hyped to watch this. I honestly thought, I knew she was going to be the lead character and I knew she'd be the survivor, but I thought we were going to see like the tribe fighting the predator, like. Like trying,
right.
like a kind of like a war. I wouldn't even get that, dude. No, that's what I was hoping for. That's the kind of movie I was hoping for.
Instead, we got the predator that went through everybody in like seconds, and then you have her.
Yeah. So I guess the next movie, she's gonna take on the Terminator and do. I'm assuming, right? Gonna feel like the T-1000 or something.
Wouldn't be surprised.
No, yeah. I didn't care for the movie. I thought some of the acting wasn't that great. And I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what the budget was, but I didn't like the CGI. Like that bear, when I saw that bear, that really, I was like, what the heck? I was like, isn't this Disney? I thought they'd give him more money on this. I don't know, but whatever. People think I'm nitpicking, but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna nitpick a movie if I don't like it. You know, there's I don't know. It's just I grew up loving The Predator. You know, I grew up with The Predator 1 and I grew up with Predator 2, and there's reasons why I didn't like Prey, because I guess I have all those first two movies in my head, and I just feel like it didn't really. I don't know. I don't know. What would you rank it in your top?
So out of all the films, out of those films,
yeah, just Predator. Yeah.
I mean, Predator is Predator, like the OG. Like, how can you not make that number one?
Right.
Predator 2, I don't really remember that well. I mean, really? I know I've seen it. I was younger when I seen that. I just remember Danny Glover in it, and then when in Prey they showed that gun, that old whatever, a French gun or something.
The Raphael gun.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, that was from Predator 2. I remember that, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, Prey for me, out of all the Predator movies, even the Aliens vs. Predator, like I hate the Alien vs. Predator movies. I think they're not that great. Predator and Predators, I don't remember which one I've seen out of those two, honestly. I think I own one of them and haven't seen the other. But Prey for me would probably be my third out of those.
Yeah.
Just because
I've seen people say it's the number one.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not going to bash you for it. You know, what I mean? If it's your favorite Predator movie, then it's your favorite. It's your favorite Predator movie. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt like a lot of people that have watched Prey are the newer generation of adults and kids, and that's why they
grew up with,
right. Like we grew up with Predator,
exactly,
and Predator 2, so like we're gonna hold those to a higher standard than
which is why I like practical effects. I grew up with movies that had a lot of practical effects. Like sometimes, to me, a movie with way too much CGI, and you see humans like in there, it kind of throws me off if the CGI is not done well. It takes me out of the movie. Right. It really does, and it's not my fault. It's just the way my brain, sees it, and I'm like, oh crap! It just throws it out for me.
Yeah, I remember like that bear scene. I remember seeing the preview of that bear scene, and I was like, oh, that was what actually got me drawn into to watching it. Actually, I was like, dude, that looks intense. And then watching it, I was like, man, that bear CGI is terrible.
Yeah, it was, when you see it like running, it didn't look right. But trust me, I wanted to like this movie. I was so hyped going in to this movie, and I think it's true. I think I might be the only person on YouTube that gave it a negative review.
Well, you gave it like a 2 out of 10, right? Or a 2 out of 5?
No, that was like literally right after the movie. I just said it on the stories. I was like, I gave it a 2 out of 10.
Oh, that's right.
I honestly have to rewatch it. I have to find time to rewatch it again. And like, I don't know if like take notes maybe and really do like an in-depth review on it. I was actually thinking about doing like a watch along live. Yeah. I was thinking about doing it. I mean, I can't obviously show it, but I can, tell people when to tune in, when to turn it on, and then just watch it with everybody else. And that way I can, give my why I didn't like it and everything. But a lot of people didn't like the Batman, and I thought that was a great freaking movie. Everybody said it was boring. It was too dark, and it's like, it didn't make sense. It's like people wanted the detective Batman. They wanted more Batman. And they complained. You can't please everybody, basically. You can't please everybody. It's just no pleasing everybody, so.
No, I don't know. Like, the Batman, well, not just the Batman, but Batman in general. I feel like over the last, 10 years, 20 years, we've had the 3 Nolan films. We've had the Snyder films. So there was like Batman fatigue at one point. I mean, not from me, but I know from other people like, oh, there's just so much Batman. There's not very much Superman.
Yeah.
And, then this movie gets announced and I was just like, okay, what are they going to do here? And initially it was supposed to be Ben Affleck that wrote it and directed it. And then it got changed, because he didn't want to do it.
Well, that's because I'm assuming WB. Oh, we should just go into the first topic, right?
Yeah. Let's dive right into it. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. Let's go.
So yeah, DC. It's officially now called DC Studios, which
Right.
way to steal that. Good
Marvel
job.
Studios.
Good job. Good job stealing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Batman fatigue. Yeah, I could see like people's point, but every director's interpretation of Batman has been different, and that's why I like Nolan's films. I liked Affleck as Batman, probably more so Bruce Wayne than Batman. It's kind of like 50-50.
Yeah.
And then we got the Pattinson Bat with Matt Reeves, and when they said Matt Reeves was directing and writing this, I was all in. I was like, all his Planet of the Apes movies are awesome.
Yeah.
And then when they cast Pattinson, I was just like, okay, that's interesting choice, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Walked in not expecting really what to expect. Left that movie blown away. I was like, holy crap, this is like on the level of a rated R film.
Yeah.
And like the whole vibe for me was just like, this is like 7, like completely like 7. The vibe, the grittiness, the darkness. And after the film, like probably like that night and that weekend, everyone was like, oh, that was great. And then the whole flood of people like, I wanted more Bruce Wayne. I'm like, what the hell? Dude. Everyone complained about that. There was too much before, not enough Batman. And then, people wanted to complain more. And I'm just like, okay, so you complained about one thing. We got what I feel like I wanted was more Batman. And a lot of people didn't know that this was his year 2 of being Batman. That's what a lot of it was. Exactly. So,
yeah. I went into this when he first got casted. I was kind of like, oh no, I don't know how I feel about it. But then people turned me on to some of his movies, his serious movies. I watched them, and then I watched The Lighthouse, and I was like, holy crap, this guy is a freaking good actor. So
yeah,
I knew he was going to blow, like, kick it out or hit it out of the park, man. He did, dude. He freaking owned it. And it's like 95% Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing we needed more of was the Batmobile. I think that's the only thing we do. That thing when he turned that engine on, the theater was like, dude, it was rumbling in there.
Yeah.
Man. People were like cheering.
I remember, going to see that, and then afterwards, I've seen it twice that same weekend, and the theater next to the one I was going to see, that you could hear that scene rumble, and I was like, "Oh, they're at that scene. That's such a good scene." Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a good film. I don't know why everyone thought it was too long. Like 3 hours is typical nowadays. Or 2? Was it 2 hours?
I don't know, man. It was over 2. It was almost 3 hours.
Yeah, it was almost 3 hours.
It doesn't make sense because like Nolan gave us like the grounded suit Batman, right? Like a realistic Batman. Snyder was giving us a comic book like movie. He was giving us like a legit comic book. Yeah, he changed things around, but he was giving us like a full-blown comic book. And then now nobody. And I mean, people loved the Nolan trilogy, but people hated Snyder and his vision. And then now Pattinson, it's like a mixture of comic book / realistic.
Correct.
And it's like but people are still upset. And there was a lot of people saying they hated Pattinson as Batman. And it's just I just don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
It's about me because of Prey. I don't like Prey. So, but
yeah, I think the choice of a villain for year 2, basically, everyone was expecting Joker, and I'm just like, hey, we've freaking done Joker to death now. I mean, to me, the high standard for most people isn't. Everyone says Jack Nicholson, but for me, it's Heath Ledger. Like, to me, you can't outdo that now. In my opinion, now, Heath Ledger killed that. But them to use the Riddler, I was just like, okay, that's interesting. Like, what, the Riddler? Because all I think of is Jim Carrey Riddler.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, Jim Carrey Riddler to be like, funny and whatnot. And then to see Paul Dano's twist on that, I was like, holy moly! That's what drew me in. Was that like first probably like 15-20 minutes, and sucked in. Yeah, I was sucked in. I was like, oh my gosh, this has got a 7 vibe. I'm into this. So
yeah.
Yeah, Paul Dano was awesome. The Penguin or Colin Farrell. Jeez, like my wife was like, "Who is that?" I'm all,
Yeah.
she's like, "Yeah, but who is it?" I'm all, "Colin Farrell." She's all, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's Colin Farrell." She's like, "Does not look like him. Didn't even sound like him. Like he was that good."
Yeah. It's only makeup comic book movie that I can say equals to that. Like where you don't even recognize the actor. You can say what you want about the movie, but John Leguizamo as the clown.
Oh yeah.
In Spawn.
Yeah.
That's like an underrated makeup, dude. You know what I mean? Like the guy was like I think he was in a fat. I'm assuming he was in a fat suit, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was like slouched down, and he just looked completely, different. So I think those two are like some of the best comic book movie. Like I guess you can say like what makeovers. I guess you can say for the most part, right? Where they just change the character completely.
Right.
So
yeah, I think like I remember that Spawn movie coming out, or went and seeing it, and going, afterwards I was just like, hey, it was okay. Like to me, it didn't feel like it was very comic accurate, but the practical effects were freaking awesome.
Dude,
the Spawn, the Spawn part with his cape, I was like, dude, this is awesome. But besides that, the movie was it was okay. I've watched it again recently, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty bad.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up as much. I still like the movie. I saw it 3 times in theater because I still am, but huge Spawn fan as a kid. So when I saw it in theater, I was like so happy. I went over 3 times to go watch it. But it doesn't hold up to the same excitement as I did as a kid. But I still enjoy it though.
Yeah,
I still enjoy it.
I mean, because I think that came out and the HBO cartoon were out about the same time. Is that correct? Maybe.
I think the movie came out first, or they were probably already working on the animated series by then.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know. I want to say the movie came out first, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure either. It's been a while. But yeah, the animated show, I loved that show. I wasn't allowed to watch it, but I was able to find ways to watch it.
Whenever I think about like top 5 animated series growing up, I always forget about that one.
Really?
That's definitely top 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely top 5.
And obviously, Batman the Animated Series is top
number 1.
Yeah.
X-Men's like this though. X-Men's like neck and neck. And then because like after that, I'd probably say Spider-Man the Animated Series, but honestly, I think Spawn would go there, and then Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Yeah, I would put. Well, obviously, Bruce Lee. Geez, Batman was going to be number 1. I would say X-Men. It's kind of hard because I would say that's probably like 1A. Spawn, Spider-Man, and then I was thinking the other freaking one.
Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Hulk.
No, I think the Iron Man animated show, I don't think it was that good.
No.
Fantastic Four probably because it was enjoyable.
Yeah, had an awesome theme song too.
Yeah, all those '90s cartoons had badass. Yeah, dude. That's why I'm glad they're using the X-Men animated theme song for the reboot. Well, I guess it's a continuation in X-Men '97. Yeah. That's dope.
Well, but going back to DC Studios, I didn't even know they call it DC Studios. To be honest with you, I didn't pay attention to that.
Last week they announced that it was going to be called DC Studios, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, I already like mentioned this before, like my theory or what's going to happen. I think with the DC. So since they're having so many problems with the Flash right now, right, and it's getting pushed back, and I heard right now what I heard is that the movie's shelved until further notice, until they can figure out the Ezra Miller situation. But what I think is going to happen is I honestly think they canceled Batgirl because of Ezra Miller. I think they canceled it for that reason. They're probably using other excuses to say why they're canceling it. And then because if they canceled it, so they canceled Batgirl. You're not going to see Keaton in that one. They took out Keaton's role in Aquaman and they replaced it with Affleck. Next thing is going to be the Flash getting canceled. And then I think they're just going to release Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Black Adam. And then they're just going to reboot the whole universe.
Yeah, that's kind of like my feeling is they're going to reboot it. I mean, David Zaslav was saying like they're basically going to reboot it without saying they're going to reboot it, but he wants to bring the Snyderverse back, is what my understanding from their investors call. Was that last week, the week before? So that's my understanding, is that he's wanting the Snyderverse back, and Walter Hamada, the guy who runs DC, what do they call it? Films or whatever. I don't even know what they call it before that. He's like on his way out. So, I mean, I think they should just stuck with the Snyderverse in general. Like they should just stuck with it.
Yeah, WB kept on butting in though.
Yeah.
From what everyone says, and it just seemed like they just wanted Snyder out. They didn't like. I guess they got mad. I'm assuming because BVS didn't perform how they wanted it to.
Right.
And I think he was already filming Justice League, right? Right after BVS.
Yeah, because he only took like a 3 month, like it was like 3 months in between. Like he filmed that, and then he was just like took time off and straight into Justice League. Yeah.
And I think that's what it underperformed, even though I think it did pretty decent box office numbers. But
I think so.
Yeah, but it's just they didn't see it break $1 billion, and they wanted him out. And then they replaced it with that horrible Whedon cut for Justice League, which was like, dude, I can't watch that movie anymore. It's like it's so bad. Like it's worse than, to me, it's worse. I mean, I enjoyed Batman and Robin because I grew up as a kid loving Batman, the toys for that movie especially. It is a bad movie, but I still enjoy it.
Right.
But I think Batman and Robin is way better than the Justice League Whedon cut. I think it's way better.
Damn, that's saying a lot because Batman and Robin is pretty bad, but yeah, Justice League, that is a mess.
Yeah, but Batman and Robin knew what it was. It was a campy movie with silliness in it. Justice League went from serious, or the Snyderverse went from a serious Batman to like a joking, Ben Affleck, and he just didn't even do anything in the movie. He seemed kind of like a sissy.
Yeah, that I remember. I think I took my son to that. I remember walking out and I was like, "What the hell did I just watch?" I was like, "This is not what I was expecting." I was so disappointed.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming from Batman vs Superman and then Man of Steel, I just like, wow, what a garbage movie.
And then we got the beautiful Snyder cut, which I thought was freaking awesome, dude.
4 hours of, oh my gosh, yes.
That was an amazing film. And a lot of people hated that one too. And it's just, but you know what? I honestly think just people hate Snyder for whatever reason.
I don't know why though. His movies are good.
I mean, his first film, Dawn of the Dead. I'm a big horror fan. One of the best remakes, horror remake. 300 was freaking amazing. Watchmen, I saw the director's cut. That's a freaking awesome movie. Never watched Sucker Punch, so I don't know about that. Man of Steel is an amazing movie. BBS is a good movie, and Snyder cut. I mean, Army of Dead. Have you seen Army of Dead?
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorite movies of 2021. It's not saying, or 2020, 2020, right, or 2021.
I think it's 2020.
And it's not saying much because a lot of movies didn't come out. But the reason why I like that movie so much is the first movie I saw in theaters since the pandemic. It was just so exciting to be back in the theater. And that movie is like, I have a lot of love for that movie for that reason, just to be back in theater watching an action-packed zombie movie.
Right.
I just think a lot of people hate him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, you had Dawn of the Dead, 300, Watchmen.
Yeah.
3 back-to-back movies. Yeah. Fantastic movies. Then he did Sucker Punch. I didn't see it in the theater. I believe I bought it on Blu-ray.
Was it okay?
Watched it, and I was just like, it's not great. It's not terrible. It's just okay.
Oh, he did that Owl movie too.
Legends of...
Yeah, I didn't watch that one, but I know he did that one too.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one either. And then he got into the DC stuff with Man of Steel. I mean, I'll just say it, Man of Steel, I did not like the first time I watched it because I was just like, I can't believe they let Superman kill somebody. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know so many people were mad, man.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, that was not what I expected. it took me like the second time to like really dissect what he was doing for that film, and I have a way more appreciation for what his vision was, and
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, this movie is top tier. Like it's damn good. But yeah, the killing part like threw me off, and I was like, whoa, this is way violent than I thought it was gonna be. But for the most part, great movie.
Dude, the soundtrack to that. Do you like the Man of Steel soundtrack?
Dude,
You don't remember it?
I don't remember that well.
I used to work out to that soundtrack when it came
Really?
out. That is such the Man of Steel soundtrack out of Snyder's DC universe is the best soundtrack. And then I would say BVS. Well, you know what? No, the Snyder Cut was a good soundtrack too, but probably BVS next. But that Man of Steel soundtrack, dude, it's so good from beginning to end. That's such a good soundtrack.
I'll have to go back and I'll have to go through and listen to it. Yeah, dude, that's good to know. Man, yeah, the scores for films, like that's what one, you're going there to see a film for actors and whatever, the story. But for me, like it's CGI, practical effects, and score. That's what draws me into a film.
Yeah.
Coming from like my background, like being an artist, like I see like practical effects, CG. That's why, like, what's his name? James Gunn, for instance, like when he did Guardians of the Galaxy, he did as much practical effects as he could for those movies, and then brought in CG, which you could tell the difference between that and all the other Marvel films. Just like
that's true.
I get shit on for this all the time, but like the Eternals, Zoe Chow, she did. Like she filmed, I think they said like 80% of that film is filmed without CGI. It's all practical and real set. Like they went to, I don't know where they went, like Australia, or I don't remember, New Zealand or some country, and they filmed like on location. They did not use CGI or studios. So that, like for me, that movie I like a lot, and people hate that movie. We've talked about it on like every podcast.
Oh, you like the movie?
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so
for so many reasons. It's like it's weird because I see like the artistic vision behind it.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, oh, the movie sucked. There's too many characters. It was too long. Blah 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 blah. The villain wasn't that great. I'm like, okay, but here we are. I know we're deviating away from the DC thing, but real quick, here we are into ending Phase 4, into Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I've been telling people since that movie came out, the Eternals came out, well, this is all going to make sense in probably when they do Phase 5, Phase 6. And they've already said Phase 5 and 6 that the Eternals are going to have a huge thing into what's going to happen in the future. And I was like, yeah, so what's going to happen is in those phases, people are going to be confused, and they're going to go back to the Eternals because either people have passed on it, watched it, or walked out of the theater and was like, oh, this movie's garbage. And they're going to see the overarching story of why Phase 5 and 6 happens is my feeling and what I'm understanding from that movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get shit on for all that movie all the time, kind of like how you get shit on for Prey. It's just funny.
Yeah, you know what? I was telling Robert, my friend Robert, I was telling him because he liked the Eternals too. And I was telling him I got to watch the Eternals. I just hear what everybody says. It's a bad movie. And I want to watch it to see if I actually like that one more than Prey because everyone's saying it's a terrible movie. Like it's MCU's worst movie. That's what they're saying, right?
Yeah, they say that. They say it's the step above Thor Dark World, which is the all-time hated MCU movie.
I got to rewatch that. I watched that only one time. I got to rewatch that one.
Yeah, Dark World is not my favorite movie.
Out of the MCU?
Out of everyone that's been out, yeah, that's like my least favorite one.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should rewatch. You should watch the Eternals. Go in. My only suggestion for you is to go in not expecting much because no one knows about these characters. Yeah. I knew a little bit from the 80s, like they kind of were in the comics, but not much. I mean, they gender swap characters, which people had a shit fit about. Me so much, I don't care because I just want to watch the story and the movie.
Right.
But just go in. Yes, it's slow, but you have to I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like you'll get like the vision and not the vision, but I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain. That movie's
Right,
kind
no,
of
I
hard to
get
explain.
what you're saying. Like I went into Guardians not knowing anything, and I loved the
Yeah.
movie. I saw Shang-Chi, and I love that movie too.
Oh, that
I
movie's
thought
so
it was a
good.
good movie. I didn't know anything about those characters. Same with Guardians. I never read a comic book of Guardians of the Galaxy. I love those movies, and I've been putting off Eternals for too long, and I definitely got to check it out because
Yeah.
a lot of hate on it, and I mean, I've said it before. I have Marvel fatigue, like the MCU.
Right.
I got some MCU fatigue. I don't like a lot of the shows. I love Loki. I love some of the episodes of What If. I was disappointed in Falcon the Winter Soldier, even though I think Anthony Mackie's awesome. I love Anthony Mackie.
Me too.
I didn't like Cap Winter Soldier. I was disappointed in it. WandaVision didn't care for, and I haven't watched Miss Marvel yet. She-Hulk. I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting burned out, to be honest with you, and I don't know, and I don't like the Disney Plus stuff. Like pisses me off. I didn't like any of the Star Wars stuff other than Mandalorian. Boba Fett was good, and then it ended kind of like the heck, turned into a Mando show.
Yeah. Oh man, I had such high hopes for the Book of Boba Fett, and I was not impressed at all.
Yeah,
I was just like, the first I think 2 episodes, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, and then it got into it, and I was like, this sucks. It's boring.
dude. I was hoping to see some bounty hunters come in, like
Yeah.
or Bosk or Zucka, seeing all those guys come in, and no, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Mando, but I didn't want it to be a Mando show.
Right.
You know, I was
And that's-
hoping to be.
And that's what it ended up being.
Yeah, that sucks, dude, because it started off good, and especially when you saw, I forget the Wookiee's name, when they first showed him coming in, I was like, oh man, I was like, I know this guy's gonna play a badass character later on in the show, which he did, but
Yeah.
it just got overshadowed by Mando.
Yeah.
That's what ended up happening.
I feel like maybe there was some meddling. Maybe I don't know that. Like maybe there was some meddling in. Like, hey, we need to
Yeah.
force Mando into this because
It's
the
gotta
show's killing it. I mean, there's that possibility. I mean, I don't know. The Star Wars stuff so far has been okay. I liked Kenobi. Andor looks freaking awesome because Rogue One's like in my top tier like Star Wars films.
be. Yeah.
But yeah, I know we've definitely deviated from the DC stuff now.
Yeah, look, I think whoever's coming in to take over for DC is honestly, I think what he's doing, because I know a lot of people are mad because he's canceling this, canceling that. I honestly think he's cleaning house.
Yeah.
He's cleaning house, and he's going to do his best to fix everything.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think that Gotham Knights, was it Gotham Knights? That show that, remember, they canceled that show. There was a trailer and everything for it already, like a couple months ago, a few months ago. Dude, it looked bad.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking
It looked
about.
bad. And I think this is him cleaning house. And as for Batgirl and possibly the Flash getting canceled, I mean, I think all that has to do with Ezra Miller. I don't really think it has to do with the movie.
I mean, who knows? Like, we're never gonna see it. It's never gonna see the light of day.
We'll never see it. I think legally they can't show it ever.
No, they can't. Like now that they're using it as a tax write-off, like once that happens, it's shelved and we'll never see it. Just like the Nicolas Cage, Tim Burton Superman movie. It was so bad they basically shelved it and no one's ever seen it.
Do you well, we talked about it, right? The Kevin Smith?
We've talked to it off, not on here, but yeah, we've talked.
That sounded awesome what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
But did you? Because I honestly don't think the Flash is going to make it, dude. It's just I don't think it is, because if it's true that he's grooming and he's a pedophile, I mean, honestly, WB should not put that out. They really shouldn't put that out. But I read the supposed whole spoilers for the movie. Did you read it? Have you read it? The script?
Yes, I have. It's been on Reddit for like a year.
Dude, it sounded good.
It sounds dope.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
And they've even said like this has been before this dude took over. They've even said, even David Zaslav has seen it, said this is the best DC movie that they've ever made. And I was like, what? I was like, that's shocking because I am not an Ezra Miller fan at all.
Yeah, well, I can't say that. I don't know anything he's done. I haven't seen anything else he's done. So
I mean,
I'm an Andy Muschietti fan, dude.
well, yeah, that's
Dude.
the only reason why I want to watch it.
And Keaton too.
Well, Keaton, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a tricky thing.
you knew there was going to be like some emotions because Andy Muschietti brings a lot of emotion to his movies. So
Yeah.
you knew there was going to be some like heartfelt stuff in this movie. And now it's just, it's sad because he ruined it for everyone, man.
Yep.
And Supergirl's or Woman or Girl, her movie got canceled. And I don't even think, I mean, I heard DC, they said they're going to bring back Leslie Grace as
Yes.
Catwoman. But what are they going to do with Superwoman?
I don't know. Maybe they'll do something similar because I was reading that yesterday too.
Yeah.
That wasn't on her that the film was bad. It was just they did not like the film. Like it wasn't
That's
good.
what they said, yeah. But did you hear that the test screening supposedly people were saying it was as good as Black Adam and Shazam? Did you read that?
The Batgirl movie?
Yeah, they were saying that it was a really good movie. There were some people saying it was a good movie.
Oh, I've not
So,
read.
I don't know how.
Honestly, I have never heard or read anything positive about Batgirl since this whole stuff came out.
Yeah, I read that on a comicbook.com, I think it was, that some screenings were.
We have hit a technical difficulty, as usual.
Oh, are we there? Are we back?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It kind of sucks because do you remember watching the Instagram video when Andy Muschietti told the actress who's playing Supergirl that she's Supergirl?
Yeah, that phone call. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that sucks now because who knows if that movie's gonna come out anymore?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, so in Ezra Miller, if you're him, you would think, okay, I'm a star of this huge tentpole that's coming out. You would not want to screw that up because you're in all those people invested all into that movie. You know, not just the director and his wife, all the producers, you know, the catering, everybody. And then you have, you know, these the actress to play Supergirl. I think it's Superwoman. I don't remember either. Yeah. Like, how do you go and just go
Keaton coming back?
Yeah, and it's kind of ridiculous for him to do stupid stuff like that. But then
if he's got mental issues, dude, and if it comes out that he does have a mental problem, you know, then I mean, if the pedophile stuff isn't true, but he has some mental disorder, then I would be like, all right, let him get help and then let the movie come out. But if the pedophile stuff is true, dude, just scrap the movie.
Yeah, because that's the last thing. Like,
just scrap the movie.
Well, that's the thing is, they're getting flack because they're still supposedly releasing the Flash, but they scrapped Batman or Batgirl for it being bad. But then you have Ezra Miller doing all this stuff, and they're getting crap because of that.
Well, like I told you, what I heard today is that the movie got shelved until they figure out what to do with Ezra Miller. So I don't know if it's still like a release date is set yet. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I mean,
yeah, we don't know. I mean, as of right now, it's still the release schedule is June of 2023, or is it 2024? I don't remember that. Oh, I think it's 2024. I think they moved it back another year. Freaking boys, jeez. Let's see. The Flash. It says 2023. We froze again. Oh, man.
There we go.
Sorry about that. I don't know what is going on with this stupid thing. Gosh.
Yeah, you want to just shift over to the other topic?
No, let's keep going on this one.
Okay,
That's
let's
fine.
do it.
So DC Studios, we kind of just covered the Flash for the most part. I know you've read probably that The Rock is going to be like an advisor for DC Studios.
I don't know how I feel about that, man.
I was just going to say,
I
I don't know how I feel about that either.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, he's a cool guy, man, and he'll probably give what the fans want, but I don't know how I feel about him being there. But he seems like a cool guy, though.
Oh yeah,
He seems like a cool guy.
I mean, the dude's been preparing for Black Adam for like 10 years or something like that.
He was getting like built for the freaking film, and he's huge. I mean, I think he's good for the part, but the problem with me, and I love The Rock, dude. I'm a big Rock fan. I just see him like when I did the review on the Black Adam figure, I kept on calling it The Rock.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
I see him as The Rock. I don't see him as another character. There is one movie though where I did see him, where he to me he didn't feel like The Rock, and that was I don't know if you ever watched the movie Faster.
Oh yeah. That's when he's the convict guy, right?
Yeah, dude, that movie was like amazing to me, man, because he barely says anything in it, and he's just a badass. And we don't get that side of The Rock anymore, really.
No.
I mean, that was because he was doing kid movies before that too.
Yeah.
And then he came back with Faster, and like when I watch that movie, I don't really see The Rock. I just see him playing an actor who's an ex-con trying to get vengeance.
Right.
When I see Black Adam, I see The Rock. I see The Rock.
I see The Rock too. Yeah.
But
I mean, when he's like, "Oh, I'm going to do Black Adam," I was like, "Well, that's interesting." I'm expecting Black Adam with the hair, and it's not. So whatever. I mean, films and comics are always going to be different. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about him being his advisor. I'm hoping that he has like some say who actually takes over, whoever ends up being that Kevin Feige there. I don't know. Do you watch John Campea at all?
Yeah.
So he was saying like Greg Berlanti has been rumors of him, and he's a hard no on him. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not so like keen on Berlanti. Like the CW stuff they did was cool, but yeah, him taking over as to be the Kevin Feige, like that's a no for me too. So yeah, I mean, who knows who's going to take over and who's going to
give it back to Snyder.
That's I would hope so.
Let him. Let's just. I mean, we don't have to go back the same direction he was going.
Right.
Just let him. I mean, he other than the Flash, he did good casting too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did. I mean, when I found out what's her name, Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I watched the movie and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I'm still not 100% sold on Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I did enjoy the film, but I'm still not 100% like sold on him as Aquaman. I don't know. We'll see about the second movie. But Ray Fisher was awesome as Cyborg in the Snyder cut. He was freaking cool.
Yes.
Affleck and Henry Cavill, Gordon, with I forgot the actor's name.
Oh, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah, he was freaking good. It was everything was he casted everybody well.
Yeah,
everybody good. It's just give it back to him. Just give it back to him.
That's what I say. But he has this like Snyder has said he will never work for WB again after all that, and I don't blame him at all. Like, yeah, he got shit on, and he was going through a hard time. Like, his daughter committed suicide, so dude, let the dude grieve and like take the time off and push the film back. They did not want to do that. Mm-mm. That's to me that sucks. Like,
yeah,
I think we would have had the Snyder cut if it was allowed. So
WB seems kind of sketchy, man. They even allowed Ezra for reshoots while he was on the run.
Oh, so dumb.
I don't even think that's like has anything to do with the director. I think WB probably said, hey, we got to get some shots in there. I don't know who was in charge of that, but the fact that they gave him reshoots while he was on the run was crazy. Dude, that's
dumb.
Insane.
That is insane.
They're digging their own hole, man. Like,
oh yeah.
That's why they need to fix this like right away because it's not looking good.
No.
And it sucks as a DC fan.
I don't think. Well, I think that as DC fans, a lot of people are disappointed in the direction that it went and how it's going into this new regime with Zaslav and how he's handled everything. And for me, like I think what Zaslav's doing is perfect. What they should be doing, cleaning house and getting rid of the people that have made the comics, the movies not great. Like all those people that he got rid of were all the ones meddling into everything. So
yeah,
it's smart move. I'm for it. I just want to see like his 10-year plan. I want to see that he takes action and what he says he's going to do. So,
but I'll never believe a 10-year plan from DC because they never follow through.
No, and they've said that initially when Zack Snyder started it.
Yeah, they never follow through with anything they've said.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a Marvel fan. I mean, I like DC, but my biggest complaint with the DC stuff is there's no like kind of like what Marvel has done, where everything kind of like fits together in a story. Like they've never done that, and that bugs me. Like I want those characters to cross in a film, like even if it's like a 5-minute cameo, I want them to connect somehow, and they never have.
But if they can't do it, I'm fine with them just doing one-offs.
Yeah, and I think that's initially what they were going to do after they got rid of Snyder. They're like, oh, we're just going to do one-offs. Like,
get like a big director to do one. Get Martin Scorsese to do a freaking, because he bags on Marvel so much. Get him to do a DC movie and let's see what he can do with it.
Yeah, man. Look at Todd Phillips in The Joker. Like, damn.
Man, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for the new one.
Are you? I don't know what to feel like.
Because you think it's because of the musical, right?
That's what they've said. It's literally going to be musical.
Is that why you're not excited about it, or?
I don't know. I mean, the first one.
Oh, you didn't really like it a whole lot, right?
The first one, I had a hard time. Like, I like the movie and I like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
I like the movie. Just the mental health part of it, because I deal with that my own self. So that was very tough to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just very hard to watch. I mean, I've seen it since again, and he deserved the Oscar. Like, it was that good.
Yeah.
So like them announcing the second one when they said it was just going to be a one-off, I was kind of like taken aback. I was like, oh, that's odd. But I mean, the movie made $1 billion. I don't see why they wouldn't do a sequel. But yeah, Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, I'm just like, I don't know.
Dude, she's like,
no, she is. I'm just like, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, not continuing to use the same actors, that bugs me a little bit. Like,
oh yeah, I don't want to see Margot Robbie with
Joaquin. Yeah, with Joaquin. Yeah, it would be weird. It wouldn't fit right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's DC's kind of like not made me a fan because the movies haven't been consistent.
Yeah, they haven't. That's what I'm saying. They should just stick to one-offs.
Yeah. So Beastie's in the room here. So
we're about to say finally.
I was gonna say something. I didn't know.
Finally arrives.
He finally arrives. Jason wasn't here earlier for a quick minute.
Nice.
He said he might pop back in, and I texted him. I was like, dude, you don't even have to come on. It's cool. Like, we'll do this again. But yeah, we've been talking about the DC Studios, as it's officially now called. We went over the Flash, like what's going on with that whole regime takeover. But I did read today, which I 100% sure thought that they canceled Blue Beetle. It got moved to 2023 next year or 24, releasing it in the theater. And I was like, I thought they just canceled it. And
is that for sure?
Yeah, it's like for sure. I just read it on the direct, and it came from an actual WB exec, and I was like, wow. So my son will be happy because he's a huge Blue Beetle fan. So that's for sure happening.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that one.
I think that'd be good.
One I've got to look him up. I'm not familiar with Blue Beetle. I know there's like all this underground hype, and people are like, "Don't you be messing with the Blue Beetle, man! That Blue Beetle better stay in." But I don't know. I got to look him up. I was happy to see Hawkman. He was one I had his toys growing up, but I haven't followed DC that close in years, other than like Batman stuff. But Blue Beetle, new one for me.
Yeah, actually,
I like-
Beastie and I went and seen the Batman together. That's who I went and
Nice.
seen it with, and we both walked out. We're like, that movie was freaking awesome.
I love it. I'm in that group. It's a good one.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if you know, I'm in the group of one that didn't like Prey.
I have not seen it yet.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't like Prey, and I got a lot of backlash for it.
like
What do you guys know
hard.
about this the Sandman series on Netflix?
I haven't seen
That's
it.
like a DC thing from what I was
Yeah.
just reading. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I thought it
a
was good.
it's a
That's what I've
graphic
heard.
novel. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's
So comic?
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't watched it. I want to watch it, but I feel like that's one of those shows you kind of just have to like be alone to watch without any interruption. It's kind of what I've gathered from what people have said. Like you have to pay attention to it. I've
Okay.
never read any of it, but I know about it. We have actually Chris Loverin. He
Mhm.
loved the Sandman, so I just know from him like how good it is. To me, like that TV show or that comic, it's probably going to be on par with The Crow with the Gothic theme.
Okay.
I mean, that's my all-time favorite movie. So
Yeah, I just saw it pop up on IMDb earlier. I finally jumped into doing some research on it. I was like, ooh, this actually does look pretty cool. It looks like gets some dream aspects of things, and his name is Dream or something. But
yeah,
yeah, so I'm definitely gonna check that out.
so what's I'm trying to think So what do you want to see in the DC Studios library next? Because we know what's coming out now. Like we know Black Adam, Shazam,
For
possibly
me
the
or
Flash.
for
Yeah, for you.
Jeez. Honestly, I just want Superman back. Even though I'm a big Batman fan, I would like to see Henry Cavill back, but I don't think he's gonna come back. I think he's done.
I think everyone's feeling is that he's not coming back.
I honestly, I really don't. I don't know what to think anymore of the DCUC, so I'm just looking forward to the Joker and the Batman Part 2, and then I just hope we can get some, as of now, just some more one-offs like that.
Yeah.
Because until they figure out what's going on, because I'm telling you, I think this is going to get rebooted soon. Everything's going to get rebooted. Yeah, it's just falling apart.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I mean, I know we talked about it, but I have the same feeling from what I've read. That's pretty much what's happening. I know a lot of people are like online and in the comic community, they're really begging for a better Green Lantern movie.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's right. I want a Green Lantern movie.
And then a Martian Manhunter one-off, which I feel like they probably could have done if they would have kept stuff on HBO Max and then moved him into the films, because he's a very obscure character and I don't think a lot of people would get into it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't think Ray Fisher's coming back as Cyborg. I think that would have been a good film.
That's what I was going to say. I want to see a Cyborg
same.
solo. I would love to see that.
Not without
I wasn't
Snyder.
up on all the Justice League and the recent drama. I came into all that later on. So I think actually I've only seen the Snyder cut. I've seen bits and pieces of the first one. So I didn't get caught up in like, oh, Cyborg wasn't in Justice League. And I'm like, oh, no, you can't go screwing over Cyborg. I want to see that guy in action.
Yeah.
You saw no action in that movie.
All right, exactly.
You
got the backstory in.
Yeah, and that was the vision for Snyder, was that Justice League movie was built around Cyborg, and then Whedon cut him completely out and made it a joke. Whedon, goddamn Whedon. The other big movie that people want to see is Batman Beyond. They want Keaton to be old Bruce Wayne, and then bring in why can I remember his name now? Who's the guy who plays? Oh, Terry McGinnis, right?
Terry McGinnis, yeah.
Yes.
So everyone wants to see a Batman Beyond movie, which I would be all for. I'm all up for that. I would like to see that. I would like to see a Dr. Fate movie.
Dude, I'm hyped that Pierce Brosnan's playing him.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's like the Doctor Strange of
Yeah.
DC. So I'm hyped for Black Adam. I'm hoping that the end credit, what I've read that leaked and then got took down real fast.
Superman?
happens.
Is it Superman?
Yeah, I hope that happens. I hope that's what you see is Henry Cavill far up in the sky watching Black Adam destroy whatever's going on, and then it just ends. I hope that's true.
But didn't we see that didn't they say that for Shazam too, that we're going to get another, or maybe it was Black Adam, that we're going to get another Superman shot, but with a no name or a no faced actor. Like we're not going to see him on only just a suit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like from what I read on that real quick, because it was on Reddit before it like leaked everywhere else.
I read the same thing,
and I was just like, dude, Henry Cavill's going to be in this. I'm all, this is crazy, but
you can tell. You could tell Dwayne wants him back though.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Dwayne's wife's his manager, is Henry Cavill's manager.
Is it really?
Yeah. What? So there's that direct connection. Yeah. No, and I was just like, why can't they make this happen? But he's been burnt, so I can see why he may not want to come back. I mean, Marvel's been courting him like hardcore.
Captain Britain. You should just be Captain Britain.
Yep. I agree. I think he should. Yeah, DC's a mess. We'll see what happens after this year. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. As far as as you see right now, I know you've said your piece on it. Do you see a I know the future is hard to predict, but after December 31st, what's your prediction? Is it going to be good or bad after this year
for DC?
Yeah.
I think it's going to probably be bad the rest of the year, and then starting sometime next year, we're going to start seeing some positive. Because he's got whoever. What's the guy's name who's taking over? Or
David Zaslav.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot to deal with right now to clean up.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse, I think, before it gets better.
And sometimes that needs to happen.
Yeah, and I know he's getting a lot of crap for it, but I mean,
he is taking over a shit show.
Yeah.
So. I mean, there's from everything I've seen from Den of Nerds, it's that he wants to try to keep Flash, but he's getting rid of this, he's getting rid of that. But it's almost like they've got to finish out what they've started to a degree, and then they can blow it all up. But I know they like what's his name, Momoa. They like Gal Gadot. They like certain people as certain characters, but there's the whole Ezra Miller thing that's just
ruining.
It's got to be the biggest headache for all of them. And I guess the movie sounds really dope, and I think that might be why Zaslav's like, okay, if we can get through this headache and not cancel it, this thing is supposed to be really that cool. Like multiple Batmans. It sounds like you guys are talking about already, but the more I'm hearing about it, the more I'm intrigued. Even though it's got all this extra baggage, it's like, will I go watch that? I don't know. I kind of jumped off the Kevin Spacey bandwagon when all his stuff came out a handful of years ago. So I haven't gone back and watched one of my favorite movies, American Beauty. I never finished House of Cards because of all that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with all this Ezra Miller stuff, but
what a headache.
Deal with my morals, man.
Yeah, man. What a tough. I wouldn't want to be in that dude's shoes, honestly. It's a tough thing to take over as a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've done it in my retail career, and it's not fun. It sucks.
Yeah.
So topic number 2, collecting. I know, this is not a hot debate, but I thought of this I don't know, last week. So topic number 2 is collecting on a downward spiral. Are we going to see less collectors because the pegs are full, or are we just seeing more peg warmers? So that's topic number
2. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's both. I think companies are starting to produce more figures. That's why we're starting to see more on the pegs. But I think at the same time, a lot of people are not collecting because the prices are going up. But the scalpers or collectors are getting the favorite characters. You know what I mean? I think that's why we're seeing a lot of peg warmers too.
Right.
Now they're just picking, because before, when I used to collect Legends, when I was really into Legends, I would just pick up every figure from the wave. And now I don't really buy Legends anymore, but I think people are just picking the characters they really want rather than buying an entire wave.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the price is
Yeah.
going up in price.
No, I agree. Like we've talked about this before. I'm a huge Legends collector. I like to complete the wave, but I have become like, especially with this X-Men wave that just came out, I wasn't gonna buy them all because I was just like, oh, I'll just buy the few that I like. But now I'm just like, oh dang, I want to build Bonebreaker now. I'm like, now that I've seen it, like I want to build it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, and then the next wave is like, I think another Iron Man wave, which should have been out already. I think it comes out September. And then there's the Spider-Man 60th anniversary, and then when they announced that, that's when the prices went like to $30, and I was like, okay, I'm out. I love Spider-Man; he's like my all-time favorite comic character. But for them to be $26.50 and $30 and $50 and $80, okay, now I'm just like, okay, now I need to like maybe hone in my collecting a little bit because that's too much.
When you have NECA, their ultimates are almost $40.
Yeah, and they were what, 20?
They started off in like the mid to high 20s, and now they're getting closer. Like I bought the Secret of the Ooze 2-packs, the ones that just came out. I didn't know they were $60 a set, so I spent $128 for the both of them.
Damn.
I didn't know. I honestly, because a guy was holding it for me. I raced to Walmart to go get them. And then I asked him, I was like, oh, what are they, $49? And then he was like, no, they're $59. And I was like, whoa, jeez. Yeah, man, I was like, because NECA's prices did go up.
Yeah.
They jumped up. The only person that I know of that hasn't marked up the price is McFarlane.
Yeah, McFarlane, it's so weird, though, because he stayed at 20.
Yeah.
I want to say this April or May. Well, for here, I mean, I know for the most part everywhere, they jumped up to 21, 20, 84, 21.
Really?
Yeah, and then some of them are like Azrael Nightfall Batman. It's 1997. Parallax, when I bought that, it was $21. So it's like they're picking and choosing which characters are going to be more expensive than the other.
Maybe because they're exclusive, or maybe it has to do with Walmart. I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, that's my biggest gripe with like Target. Like, all their exclusives are $2 to $3 more than the normal figure. Like the Star Wars TVC Mayfield, it's $14.99, and the other ones are $12.99, just because it's exclusive to Target.
Well, maybe that's not up to McFarlane then. Maybe that's Target's thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me, like that Target and Walmart can dictate, or they're dictating basically like the gold label ones to be more expensive.
Dude, the gold label figures are the better though.
Exactly, they are the better.
Like right here, like this freaking guy looks sick, dude. This guy looks so good. Like, I'm not really a big Shazam fan, but I like this figure. I think it looks really, really nice. And the Azrael Batman looks really good. I haven't picked up. I'm picking up the Flash after this, so I want to see what that looks like in person. But the gold label, it seems like are the better of the McFarlanes.
Do you think that that's the case because of their exclusives to like certain stores, that they have to be, the quality has to be much better?
Probably. I don't know. But then you have the mega figs, dude, and the mega figs are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, did you get the new Bane?
I ordered it. It's still not here.
Okay. What I recommend is if you're gonna where did you pre-order it?
Pre-ordered it from GameStop for $5.99.
Yeah, so I did the same thing. So we'll see if that comes. But
yeah,
if you want a figure right away from McFarlane, dude, order from his store.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, and then he gives you a 10% coupon every time you get something from them. I mean, which isn't going to take much out. I think it's like taxes, if anything.
Yeah.
But and then he always has sales too.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, with the sale plus the 10%, it's like you're buying them from the store, basically.
Oh, okay.
With shipping and everything. So I got a few figures from there, and they came so, even when they still say pre-order, they came so fast.
Was that the Scarecrow and
the Scarecrow, the Red Hood, my Bane? I ordered Bane. I got him in like 2 days. I got the ammunition set from there. So people already got their Speeding Bullet Batman and the Red Lantern Batman. Mine's coming from Big Bad, so I should be getting that, I think, like sometime midweek. But dude, that's like the best way to go to find them in store. Me personally, I like finding stuff in store.
Right, me too.
Yeah, people always send me links, which I'm grateful for. But I tell them when they message me, like, oh man, I'm like, you know what, I like to find them in store, unless it's the stupid gold label stuff. If there's a pre-order link, I'll pre-order it if that's the case. But
because gold labels are harder than hell to find, especially at freaking Walmart.
Yeah, a lot of people can't find. People are still having trouble finding the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So you're trying to find them too, right?
I got Green Lantern. So there's another collector in this town. Well, there's a ton of them, but this guy collects action figures. So he'll text me, like, because he's at Walmart every morning at 6, I think they open, 5, I don't remember. But he's there every morning. He'll text me, hey, they have this, and this. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. But hey, do you want me to pick you up? Want me to pick it up? I was like, nah, I'm kind of waiting a little bit. But yeah, I ended up getting it. When he went, they only had, he said he was there when they unboxed it. There was 3. He's like, comes 3 to a case. He bought 1. I went that day and they were already gone. Yeah. So then the following week they got 3 more, and then I bought it, and I was like, okay, I need to get this because knowing it, I'm never gonna find this probably ever again. Azrael Batman, have yet to see it.
He's gonna be the hard one. He
is literally hard. And I was telling you, I drove an hour and a half to go get it, and the scalper that works there bought them all. Bought all 6.
I know there's scalpers at Walmart that work there. They buy them and then sell them, or they hold them for scalpers.
Right.
So I know that for Walmart and for Target, but I mean, there's nothing you can do. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's been up on Walmart a few times and I've missed it. But I really want to just find it in person and be like, okay, I'm filming it, I'm grabbing it, and I'm buying it. Like that, I have to find it.
It's a freaking awesome figure.
And you were saying the same thing, like other people, like the biggest complaint with the fingers not being silver.
Yeah, you know what? I don't get that. I don't understand, but I think that McFarlane might have missed that. I don't know, but I hope we get a red version and they give us the silver fingers at that point.
I'm wondering, because I know they've leaked the future. I don't know, what is it? They don't even have like names really, but the future ones like Shazam, that one just got leaked and you already have it.
It got leaked today.
Yeah, it's just like
the Flash got leaked a few days ago. The funny thing is that, like, and McFarlane doesn't even announce these things. You know, they get like leaked before. But have you noticed though, when McFarlane does announce something, it's like out 2 days later?
Yeah.
This guy's like pumping out stuff like crazy, dude.
Yeah, we so last, I don't know if it was last podcast, it might have been. We kind of like touched on that. It might have been afterwards. But I was just like, yeah, so it's weird that these figures get leaked. Like Azrael Batman got leaked. And then next thing you know, it was people were already buying it. And I was like, what the hell? And then McFarlane 2 days later announces it. I was like, that's so weird. So my thinking behind all that is I feel like because of COVID that he already has these built. They're already made. They're already in the packages and they're being shipped. That's what I think is they're already done produced, and then they get put in, stores, and the stores aren't really supposed to like put them out yet because McFarlane doesn't do street dates. And then they get leaked, and then he's like, okay, PR, we need to like announce it now. That's how I feel it's happening.
My friend Robert, I think it was sometime last year. I don't know, maybe in the middle of last year, but he showed me a leak McFarlane list, and some of the stuff that was on that list is coming out now. So you might be right. He might have stuff already like ready, but like I saw the leaked list for the Flash movie, and I mean, who knows if we're going to get the majority of those figures anymore. We might get the Keaton still in the Batmobile, because did you see that thing I posted?
Yeah, the $80 Batmobile.
Yeah, dude. Like, we're going to get the Bat Cycle from Affleck. We're going to get the Batmobile and the Keaton. So we'll see.
I'm hyped for that because, we haven't had a Keaton Batman since 1989.
No, since NECA.
Oh, yeah, NECA. Dang, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be dope. I mean, my biggest complaint with like McFarlane, because I'm so used to Marvel Legends and to Toy Biz to Hasbro, like how well they've gotten over the years with sculpts and how they've done everything. McFarlane's first initial like probably few waves, the ball joints for like the wrist and everything, I'm just like, God, these are terrible. But here we are, the Rocks, or I said it too, the Rock. The Black Adam figures,
dude.
Seeing those in person, I was like, wow.
Right? Have you seen the cloaked one in person?
I have not seen it yet.
That's the best head sculpt. And I saw somebody on Instagram take off the cloak, because I wanted to do it on my figure, but there's a peg in there. So if you take it off, he's going to have a huge, hole right in the back.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. But dude, that's the best head sculpt. And the other one, the uncloaked one, looks really good, but the cloaked one is the best one. If you could pick one, I would say pick that one.
Yeah, and that's the one I want, the cloaked one. When they announced it, I was like, ooh, that cloaked one I want. And that's what everyone wants, and that's why it's hard to find, I think, right now.
Yeah. I've never seen that one in store, I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think you picked it up at Fat Collectibles, right?
No, Mike's Toys and Vintage. Mike's Toy Shop. Mike's Toy Shop, yeah. Which is a good shop to go to if you guys are ever down here.
Yeah.
But he's only open on Saturdays.
Oh, that's interesting. That makes sense. Yeah, we have a we have like a list of things that we're trying to accomplish in the next year or so, and one of them is traveling to different places and meeting up with toy collectors. So like if we're down there, definitely I'll be like, hey man, we're coming down on these dates, and we'll definitely go toy hunt, because
dude, I'm like in the middle of everything. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, we wouldn't have to, if you were like met up with me here, we wouldn't have to go far. Basically, everything's pretty local. So
where you at?
I'm in Orange County, in Fullerton, in the Fullerton area.
Okay.
So I'm like right around everything.
So how far are you from San Diego?
When I went to Comic-Con, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get there.
Okay, that's not bad.
It went by fast too. So I'm like maybe 10, 15 minutes from Frankensons.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot around here. A lot of comic shops, a lot of toy shops, a lot of Targets, a lot of Walmarts, a lot of stuff.
Yeah, when I went to Huntington Beach, I've been there 3 times now, and I went to Target, and I think I went to like 2 Targets, and I was just like blown away. I was just like, man, they don't even need anything. And then this other dude walks in the aisle, and he's like, what are you looking for, man? And I was like, oh, I'm just, I'm here from out of town, just kind of like hunting around for this. And he's like, you want to come out to my car? I have it. And I was all, what? I was like, yeah, dude, total scalper. I didn't even go out there, and he's just like, yeah, man. I'll give it to you for like $60. I'm like, it just came out. It's $20. Why would I pay $60, dude? Yeah. I was just like, no, I'm cool, man. But yeah, like from living up here and hearing about like how bad it is with scalpers, like to hear that dude ask me that, I was just like, oh, it is that bad. Like,
well, no, I go around a lot because I go hunting every day, man. I mean, and I go to multiple stores, but yeah, I always see somebody with their phone scanning eBay.
Oh yeah, dude.
A lot of stuff, man. They're just scanning.
Oh,
yeah, that happens. I see that because I'm a big horror fan, so I go to Spirit Halloweens. I go to a lot of Halloween stores right now, and they're doing it there too. It's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy, man. But it is Scalper City down here, man. There's a lot of scalping going on here.
just the market down there is just, there's more stores. I mean, obviously down there than there is up here. I mean, I see it here, like scalpers, like all the time, especially
Yeah.
like
They're everywhere.
Funkos are bad. Like up here, Funko scalping is so bad. Like my son was collecting a lot of stuff. Mostly he scaled back to just anime and Marvel. And there's like, I know you don't collect Funko anymore, but like the He Who Remains Target exclusive or the shared one, they've already been here and they literally didn't even go on the shelf because of an employee is a scalper at our Target.
Oh yeah. I've seen that many times at a Target.
All 12 are gone, and they're like, yeah, we don't know if we're getting any more. And I'm like, didn't even hit the freaking shelves. Like, that sucks. Yeah.
Make friends with the employees, man.
Well, I've become friends with some, but my cousin, in a way, is a scalper. That sounds really bad, but he's a Hot Wheels scalper, not an action figure scalper. So, like, he'll help me out. He'll help out an employee at Target, and that employee at Target will help him out when there's something. He'll be like, he'll take pictures and send them. He's like, hey, we got these in. Does your cousin want any of this? And then he'll send me the picture. And I'm like, yeah, tell him to hold this for me. So now I have that relationship with that guy kind of through text. But Walmart, I have one in Anderson, one in Red Bluff, one in Chico, and then one here. So they'll all tell me like, hey, there's something here. And I'll be like, I already bought it. But yeah, that's the key, is having relationships with the employees.
Yeah. It is
for the most part. Yeah, I see Frankensons all the time. I mean, with your channel, and I've heard about it for the longest time, and then with you going there and filming, I'm like a kid in a candy store just watching it from home.
It's not what it used to be though. Like when it was like a few years ago, because now it's like there's so much Funko Pops. Like there's so much Funko Pops, and everybody who's selling vintage toys like marks up the price like it's a rare item, and it's really not.
Right.
A lot of stuff's overpriced, but you'll come across some good deals.
Yeah.
You'll come across some good deals, and you'll see a lot of cool stuff. But but it's obviously worth checking out, you know. But that's why I always go over there and I'll ask for price something, and I'll always try to negotiate with them. I became a good negotiator within the past like year, maybe year and a half. And before I never used to negotiate. I would just take the price they gave me. But now it's like you realize like you can actually kind of haggle the price a little bit.
So is the haggling with, or I guess you could call it haggling really. Do they like get offended by like a price you throw out, or?
I usually ask them like, can you do better, or is the price negotiable? And then they'll ask you, and then when they say yeah, then I'll try not to like if sometimes they'll ask me like, well, what do you want for it? And then I'll be like, well, just give me a price. Otherwise, because I don't want to lowball you. I say, because most likely I'm going to lowball you. Because if I know if it's an item that's not what they're asking price wise, I'm going to lowball them. Like if they're selling like a retro figure, like an old vintage figure that's only worth like $10 and they're asking $50, I'm going to ask them like, I'll take it for like 15. Oh, yeah. My camera went out. My camera's gone. You hear me though, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah.
You're good.
Yeah, my camera does that from time to time. I don't know why. It's the connection. But I got about like 10 minutes I can stay on here, dude.
Yeah, man. We're about done.
Yeah. Let me turn this off and go with the camera's going to be really bad right now. There we go. Okay.
Cool.
Hey, it works.
Yeah. No, that's my webcam.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, I just try to negotiate with people. I think that's your best bet, because for a long time I was just getting, I don't know if I would say I was getting ripped off on things, but I was definitely paying more than I should have on certain collectibles.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like research a lot, and especially like stuff that I'm looking for. So I'll just negotiate with them. Small talk too always helps.
Right.
Some small talk. Yeah, because they're just trying to make money. So
right, they're trying to support themselves and their families.
Yeah. But sometimes they overdo it, dudes. There's some people that overdo it. Like I know, and I realize why. I come to learn why. A lot of, like, for instance, there's a certain seller at Frankensons who marks the stuff out really high, and it's because the rent's so high.
Mm.
Yeah. So I understand now, but I still try to negotiate as best I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Shit's expensive. Jeez.
It really is.
So yeah, so Beastie and I and Cyborg, we've been kind of like talking about doing some traveling. I mean, it's all kind of up in the air right now because of jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously, like hit number one is California because I mean the farthest that I've gone toy hunting is San Francisco. I haven't done really much in Southern California because I really want to. But yeah, like I said, we'll let you know definitely like when that happens, when we start getting to that point where we're going to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like so California, and then so Jason, he's in Chicago, so that would be like the next spot to go to him, and then we'll kind of like figure out from there what we're going to do. But yeah, we have a couple of things in the pipeline that we're kicking around. I know, like you had mentioned in Instagram, well, when we were talking to Instagram about you want to do a movie podcast.
Yeah.
I think you should do it. I mean, who cares? You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that love what you say. Who cares? I think you should still do it.
I don't care. It doesn't bug me.
Yeah.
It really doesn't bug me. It doesn't bug me. I mean, I'm not going to lie about something I don't like just so everybody can like me. I don't care. Like, I say it clearly. I don't like Marvel Legends. I just don't like Marvel Legends. And everybody knows that about me. But I do collect the Spider-Man classics. I do like their retro stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid to say I don't like a certain thing. And I don't bash anybody for liking what they like. So, it is what it is. You got to have thick skin, dude, on YouTube. You got it.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. I haven't been doing it very long. Like a lot of people have been doing it a while, and I've heard the same thing. And like I've already had people comment, and I just leave it up. I'm like, people are like, "Why don't you delete it?" I'm like, "Well, why would I delete it? They're the ones that look like the asshole, not me. Like they're the one. They're just dumb, petty stuff."
But it's and then sometimes you feel like responding back to the people and that leave bad comments. But I mean, like me, I put it out there. I don't like it, so I'm gonna get
right. You're gonna get the hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna get hate back. But then you like I said, you get those people that agree with you too. That like, oh, this isn't good or whatever. I get bashed on toys that I pick up too, like certain figures. People say it's trash. Like a lot of people bag on McFarlane.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people bag. I love McFarlane. I've been supporting McFarlane since so I'm not going to stop collecting McFarlane because people don't like McFarlane.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I didn't like the first initial waves of his DC line, but as he's gone on, they've gotten 10 times better. Yeah, I'm starting to collect them more, and I'm not collecting as many Marvel Legends. So that just goes to show who's doing a better product at this point.
And pumping out a bunch of stuff, man, nonstop.
Yeah, nonstop.
It's scary.
For your wallet and my wallet, it's scary.
It's scary, but at least they're not $30 figures. So.
No, not yet. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him going a little higher.
But at least also, other than the gold labels for the most part, if they're Walmart, at least you'll find them in store. They're not hard to get.
No, because they're overproduced for the most part. For
the
a reason.
The resale value on a lot of them is nothing.
No, just the gold. Yeah, only the gold label ones are. Yeah, because I remember that Killing Joke. Is it the Killing Joke Joker with the messed up face?
Yeah, the Walmart exclusive. There was a Walmart exclusive. Yeah.
Oh,
I know that one was one of the hardest ones to find. I was there when the case broke open, and I bought one.
Yeah.
And I kicked myself for not buying more than one because I knew other people that wanted it, and they've never found it.
Yeah.
But like I've seen your videos, and you've been at Walmart, and they've been sitting there. Like
they're sitting there.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know what I just noticed too? Big Bad is having some of the gold labels on their website, the Walmart exclusives. They have them up for pre-order right now.
It's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if like down the line they're gonna have these ones on there too. So who knows? I mean, it's good for people that can't find it.
Yeah, that's a good tip though. So so be patient or go out and try to find it. I'm being patient on a couple because I know I'll find it eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm not patient.
Obviously, with the haul you got today.
Not patient. Everybody who knows me knows I'm not patient.
I was going to ask you, so you're going to go get the Flash one. So when you
Right
go,
now, yeah.
when you go, are they all going to have different head sculpts, or are they all going to
No,
be the same?
I asked. Were you the one who asked me that, or somebody DM'd me that? No, somebody else DM'd me and said he showed me a picture of the back and said, "Is there another head sculpt on there?" And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And they showed me a picture of the back of it.
Yeah, there's
So,
like 3 different ones.
yeah, no, they're the case that my friend saw. They're all the same head sculpt.
Okay.
So
I'm wondering if that's going to be something down the line. Then I wonder.
yeah, possibly. I think it's going to be either maybe a gold. You know what I'm thinking? Let's see if it's true. I think it's going to be a box set McFarlane Toy Store exclusive.
Kind of like that.
The Joker who laughs
yeah.
Robins.
And the Robins. Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
That's cool.
I gotta go to Walmart.
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go to Walmart. And our AC's busted in here, so we gotta go buy a fan.
Damn. All right, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, we'll have you on again.
Well, you guys should go on mine.
Yeah, we'll come on yours.
Yeah, we can do that. We can get everybody on here.
Yeah, just set it up. Let me know, and we'll get on it.
I'll give you a date because sometimes the schedule for me can get kind of rocky. It gets a little sketchy. So, yeah, we'll definitely do one on my channel.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
You guys can all hop on.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sweet.
He's down.
All right, guys.
Down.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, you
Nice
too.
meeting you.
Yeah, I met you already. You come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right, man.
See you down the road,
brother.
You too. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. See you, man.
So that was Raphael Cejaman. I said it right. I got it right.
Good job.
I practiced it for like 3 days to make sure I had it right.
You have to
a little worried.
Get that phonetically done.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even care. I actually put his last name into Google Translate to make sure I was saying it right. And then when Google Translate said it, I was like, I'm saying it right. All right. We're good. I can do this. No problem. Oh, man. I hate messing up last names. I get mine messed up all the time, so I know what it's like. Why did you give me that look?
I don't know how you can mess up your last name.
So how do you? I know. You can say my last name,
Murillo.
So that's how I guess the white way of saying it.
So or it's Murillo.
Murillo, yeah. So obviously, like growing up, that's all I heard was Murillo. I'm just like,
Well,
okay.
what do you prefer?
I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. But if I'm around like my dad's side of the family, they pronounce it the correct way, and if you pronounce it the wrong way, they'll correct you. I'm like, so stupid. But they're, it's a.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
I never knew
for
that.
me, I don't care, but like people pronounce it like this Hispanic way, Murillo, and roll their R's, and I'm just like, yeah, that's how you say it. And they're like, oh, why don't you say it that way? I'm like, oh, because I grew up with it being said Murillo all the time.
Yeah.
And then it gets spelled wrong all the time. They always get spelled MER, and I'm like, no, that's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, you ready for so I guess I didn't even say this, but so Beastie and I are going to the SAC Toy Con or Toy Show. I can't remember what it's really called. So that's Saturday and Sunday, the 21st, 19th, 20th, 21st. So the 19th is the Hot Wheels show. The 20th is
there you go.
The toy show, and 21st. So we're going on 21st, which is a Sunday. So we're going to that. We're going to film some stuff. I've had requested from my boss to take pictures and send stuff in our chat, I guess. I was like, okay, that's cool. You told me no toy hunting, so I was like, all right, fine, I get it, because I could toy hunt, like I could toy hunt for hours.
Yep.
I like how you just pulled that right back. You're all, nope, not happening.
No. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I think at least
I don't like Walmarts. I don't like going into Walmarts.
Bro, we're not going to Walmarts. It's straight Targets. That's it. Because I know where that toy show is, and I know a Target is not that far. I mean, it's not the greatest Target, but
I just don't want to end up in like Citrus Heights or Roseville or
No. That'll be for another
dude,
like
even
time.
Rancho Cordova is too far out of the way.
That's all sketchy.
We are not going to Galt.
Oh hell no, I ain't not going to Galt. I've been there one time and I never want to go back. It smells like farts all the time.
You're gonna anger all of our viewers in Galt, dude.
They know what it's like living
Those
in
toy
Galt.
hunters in Galt, let me tell you.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. That'll be fun. I haven't been to a con or any toy show in years, so this will be my first one in a long time. This will be BC's very first time ever going. So we're gonna see what it's like. I'll film stuff. We'll film stuff. We'll put it up on YouTube. There'll be probably stuff on Instagram. So that'll be fun. I'm trying to think what else we have going on. We have another podcast next week, next Sunday. We're going to pre-record that. And then the end of the month, we have one that you will not be a part of because you'll be doing your fantasy football leagues.
Yeah. Just have to do this on Sundays.
Yeah.
I know. It's all good.
So, as you can tell, we're doing this one pre-recorded. We did a pre-recorded one last week, and Without You, that's coming on September 6th. So that's the Craven the Toy Hunter. I think I have that wrong. I always get it wrong.
Spoiler alert. Come on now.
It's fine. With Chris Class. So that one will be coming out September 6th. So keep your eyes out for that one. That one was fun. We had a good time laughing and stuff.
And I was not on it, so it's going to probably be a really good episode.
That's not true. We did talk about the end broadcast thing on there because we laughed. We had a fun time with that one.
Hey, Superman mic drop, baby.
Yeah, the Superman mic
drop. That's gonna be our first swag.
This will be our first T-shirt. Will be that.
That'll be our first T-shirt. As soon as I start designing it.
And then our second one will be a BC T-shirt where it's just sunglasses.
I didn't bring them.
Disappointed.
Are you?
No. There we go.
Nope.
It's gonna be just the sunglasses and the chin hair.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start picking up wherever these things pop up and they're different colors and they're free. Sure, I'll be happy to take your logo sponsored glasses. I needed a white pair. I needed a taupe. Can I get a salmon colored pair, please?
Who are you sporting?
Right now, I think these are Trulies. Yep.
And no way are they sponsoring this video, by the way. They're not sponsoring this podcast.
It'd be cool if they did.
That would be cool.
Lord knows that I've drinking plenty of a Truly on this podcast before, so.
This is true. So truly, if you're watching or hear this or someone mentions this, get into my DMs, get into his DMs. Let's talk. I know this is about toys, but we have a great time. That'd be awesome.
I won't even cover up the logo with my. Let me throw out another company here. My Yeti can cooler.
Yeah.
Love you, Yeti. I like to ride my Peloton.
Now we're just plugging.
Let me start picking up these sponsorship names.
There we go. Yeah. Hey, Fanatics, if you're listening, can you reach out to me? Because hats, Fanatics, please send more Seahawks hats or San Francisco Giants or Niners stuff to BC. That'd be fantastic. We appreciate that. But no, to end the podcast for tonight, again, we thank you very much, Raphael, for coming on. That was fun. We were more than glad to come on yours, so I'm glad that we'll set up that date for that. But yeah, he wants to do a movie podcast. He told me this a couple of days ago, maybe last week. I was like, dude, you should do it. I'll do it with you. That'd be fun because we have different opinions on stuff, on movies, and that's
nice.
Cisco and Ebert-ish. I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if we just all went on and did something together like that. Just pick a movie and then we watch it and then we come back and talk about it. So yeah, earlier in the podcast we talked about Prey. He didn't like it for various reasons, and he got a lot of flack, a lot of hate. I watched it. I liked it. I don't think it's top tier Predator movie. I think Predator 1 is all time the best out of everything Predator
Guess
wise.
Guess what?
Yeah.
That's another movie Beastie Radio has not seen.
You've not seen Predator?
None of them.
Oh my! We have a list. I'm gonna start jotting down a list.
So will I watch Prey? Probably. I don't know.
You should. I think it'd be good if you watch that first before Predator.
I don't like scary movies, Carlos.
It's not scary. It's not
I
scary.
don't like that scary stuff.
It's science fiction, man.
I peed the seat in Doctor Strange. We watched that again today.
Yeah.
Third time.
What do you think your
I
third
like
time?
it. I love it. I do. And
I
I'm
did.
starting to, after all the different ways it's linked up, it's fun to always go back and watch it. But, yeah, I'm seeing it now. If I miss it before, I see it again.
Yeah, I definitely.
Yes.
I definitely picked up stuff that I didn't see the first time we went and seen it, and then obviously New Rockstars did their like 100 and something things that we missed.
The updated one, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn, I got to watch it again, and then watch it again, and then seeing all these things pointed out, and I was like, damn, how did I miss all this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are Evan. That dude's crazy with his freaking like note taking, and I'm just like, damn, I don't know if I could do that like that. But he's awesome. New Rockstars.
Eric Voss.
Eric Voss. I don't know why I said Evan.
Yeah.
God. Eric Voss. Yeah. So he's.
You may want to be accurate on that.
Crazy.
Anyway, I think he got married this week, and so congratulations, Eric Voss.
Okay.
If you ever see this, congratulations.
Sorry for messing up your name. I don't know why you keep saying Evan. Eric. I'll get that right eventually.
You can even follow him on Twitter at EA Voss.
Yes, you can. Good plug.
Subscribe and like New Rockstars. I don't watch them at all.
And subscribe and like, comment on Den Nerds. I watch Josh.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing.
He's having a baby. I think it'd be fun to have on here. Any of those guys. Let's not share our dreams on the podcast. We can do that over the phone like we usually do.
Yeah.
I'd like to have on this guy and that guy. Let's hook them up.
We'll have a list.
The list is coming along.
It's coming along. It's going well.
Let's see where we're at in a year.
I think it'll be less than a year. I think we'll be cooking here before the end of the year.
We'll see.
Besides that, anything else going on? No?
Nope. Nope.
All right.
I don't know. This is going to be weird not having a Tuesday show, so
I know.
I guess I get to go to football. It's all right.
Yay. Oh, speaking of that, so this is all going to change again, just so you know. Not this coming week. So this coming week, I have the weekend off. The following week, so that next Sunday, we have another pre-recorded podcast with somebody. The end of the month, we have one. Yes, we have one pre-recorded. We're doing pre-recorded that you won't be on. September 6th, which I already said, that's pre-recorded. It's in the bag. That'll get posted up.
Good.
The ones after that, I think we'll probably not do pre-recorded because I had to pick out my day off. So my days off will be Thursday. So we can switch them to Thursday unless, obviously schedules don't align. Then I'll be doing it with one of you or Jason. I don't know. But yeah, Thursdays we'll probably end up switching to Thursdays. If that works. We'll discuss later. So yeah, just these ones had to be pre-recorded because I know like my schedule on Tuesday, it won't work because of the workload I have. But yeah, when I had to pick out my day off, it didn't dawn on me until right before I got on this with him today. I was like, dang it, we could do him Thursday. So if that works, we'll talk about it off podcast. So anyway, we're gonna end the podcast tonight. Thank you again for coming on, Beastie and Cyborg, for jumping on for the quick like a few minutes you were on. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the wedding and the party bus that you were on. Yeah, you missed it. It was great.
Good.
But anyway, this will be out. You'll see this on Tuesday, which it'll be up this coming Tuesday on the 16th at 6 p.m. like normal. I have a new hunt video that'll drop on Tuesday as well. On every Tuesday, that hunt video will drop. Then eventually this will get moved to Thursday. So hunt video on Tuesday, podcast on Thursday. So that'll be the new schedule. And I hope we don't have to change this because of me. Sorry, guys. I am sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for watching this. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on TikTok at T3 Collects, on Twitter at T3 Collects. You can hit up BC Radio on Instagram at BC Radio. You can also hit up Cyborg Soda on Instagram at Cyborg_Soda_toy, I think, collector. They have that wrong. But yeah, you can watch this on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So yeah, subscribe to all of our stuff. You know what to do. You know how to do all that stuff. So please do that. Turn on the notification bell for new podcasts and new hunt videos. And until then, we will see you next week. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.